Good morning. This is Mike Gillespie in the 3 News Now Digital Center, and we wanted to just kind of get you updated on what's happening out along the eastbound side of SPID. You may have had to travel through that already on your way to work this morning, or maybe you got a call from someone wanting to know what was going on there. We can tell you what we know officially here. Part of it is what we are hearing from folks on the scene there, but also part of it that you can just see. Apparently there's a cement truck that has overturned there near, right around near Weber on SPID eastbound. And right now they are diverting traffic off of the highway, and right there at Weber Road, folks are having to go around that. The reason we wanted to bring this to you this morning is because apparently this is going to be this way, from what we're hearing, for the next several hours. That means if you have business in that area, if that's a way that you normally travel or have plans to be around there today, you'll need to know ahead of time that this is an area that you're not going to get through quickly. We don't know exactly what it means when they say it's going to be shut down for a while, but there are lots of things that they'll have to go through in order to get a cement truck off of SPID. Now, you can see some of the cars being diverted, all traffic in fact, right there at Weber. This is again as you come from the Crosstown Expressway headed over toward the La Palmera Mall area before you get there. This happens right after you come off the Crosstown Expressway, and apparently then a cement truck has overturned. It's blocking, and they have shut down all lanes of SPID, and folks are being diverted there. If you know the area very well, then you are going to be encouraged just to stay away from here and find an alternate route to get where you're going. Because even along the access road, as you can imagine, the traffic is backed up right now. You're looking at a live picture from the scene there at SPID eastbound, right around Weber Road, and you can see crews who will be working, we're told, for the next several hours in order to remove a concrete truck and clean up everything that has happened because that truck has turned over there at SPID eastbound. Again, we're keeping an eye on this, but really we wanted to bring you this morning to let you know that this is not an area you're going to want to drive in. And if you absolutely have to, then just plan some extra time. Make sure you are patient. Make sure you have your eyes open and are alert to any way that police might be diverting you off or away from that area. You can see there some of the concrete there, the cement coming out of that truck. And as you imagine, that presents a challenge all in itself in trying to get something like that cleaned up. So when we say that this will be this way for the next several hours, that is not probably an understatement or a misestimate on any level. They are going to have to do some work in order to get this clear. If you're just joining us this morning, we wanted to bring you an update on what's happening at SPID eastbound. You're looking at a live shot that we have from our photographer who was out there right along just before Weber Road, I believe, or right around Weber Road. And you can see that a truck has overturned there, and they are working right now to get that truck turned right side up again and to get it off of the scene. After that, they're going to have to do a lot of cleanup there in that area before they're able to open up this part of SPID once again. So if you're over that way, you're going to want to avoid that area, find another way to get where you're going. Traffic along the feeder road there is backed up as well, as everyone is being diverted off of SPID, and will be that way for quite a while now. With all of that traffic then going on to the access roads there, that's creating a little bit of a snarl there. You can see through the lens of our photographer there that traffic is able to move by. It's not, at least it's not stopped completely. It is able to get by there, and hopefully that'll be less of a headache as we get later in the morning and as there's less traffic maybe out. Maybe folks are already at work by that time. But for those of you who do have to travel in the area and who do have to go over here, this is the area you're going to want to stay away from. It is right around Weber Road on eastbound SPID, and we're going to continue to keep an eye on this morning. Hey, if you're just joining us this morning, you're looking at a live video from our photographer there at SPID right around Weber Road. We don't have a lot of information. What we are going on is the little bit that we've heard from police and mostly what we're able to see with our own eyes. And that you see a concrete truck, cement truck has turned over there, and that has created a mess along SPID eastbound right around Weber. As far as we know, there were no injuries in the accident, but again, we do know very little. We're bringing you what we're able to see here and what we're able to pick up from being there at the scene. You can see fire crews standing by, and they have just a few moments ago moved in a wrecker that looks like they're going to begin work on trying to get that truck turned back right side up and get it off of SPID. And of course, once they do that, they still have a lot of cleanup that they're going to have to do, because the contents of the back of that truck we were looking at earlier has kind of spilled out on the road there. And you can see folks with brooms, and I imagine they're going to have shovels and all kinds of stuff out there as they're trying to clean that up. We wanted to bring you this morning to give you an idea of what that looks like. If maybe you have gotten calls from folks wanting to know why traffic is backed up. This is just as you come off of the Crosstown Expressway and you're headed toward in the direction of La Palmera Mall. This happened right around Weber Road, and you see that police have shut down SPID. They are diverting traffic onto the access roads there, and from what we are hearing, it's going to be this way for quite a while. So if you have plans to head there in the next little bit, probably you're going to want to find a different way to get where it is that you're going, and look for an alternate route and do everything you can just to stay away from this particular area. As police are right now diverting traffic onto the access roads, and you can see their traffic still moving, but there are going to be a lot of folks there, and that's going to slow you down this morning. So best, if you can, to move away from here. Everything on the other side of SPID, westbound, is apparently moving just fine. There's no problem there, except for some of the folks slowing down to take a look. But even as traffic has gotten lighter as we've gone through the morning, that's not much of an issue now at all. The issue, as you can see here, is folks who are coming off of the highway, being diverted off of SPID onto the access road, and are having to get to their destination by going that way. All right, we are going to keep an eye on this morning here at 3 News, and we'll try to, if anything else develops or if anything significant happens, we will certainly jump back on and let you know. But again, from what we know at this point, we were not told of any injuries in this accident. That truck overturned there, shutting down SPID, and they are now working to try to remove it, and the cleanup that's going to follow after that is something that is probably going to take several hours, and so it's something just to be aware of. We are going to jump off of here now, and again, we'll update you on anything significant that happens. Be sure to stay with us on our digital platforms, and of course,